Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Over here, where I am, it's 2:30 on Sunday. I think it's August 2nd. And I'm actually sitting in my car in the pouring rain because it's so humid out here, and having a decaf latte. I am just enjoying chilling and relaxing. And then I thought, you know what? It might be a really good idea to record an episode of my podcast about taking care of myself and just kind of coming back to me and who I am and who I want to be. So my hope is that these conversations help you slow down and reflect. Maybe create a more peaceful and purposeful life full of possibility. I thought about making the episode about going back to the gym, but it's not really about that. I don't know, whatever message you're going to get out of it, that's for you. I think it's more about me just coming back to me, to myself. I know it sounds kind of flaky, but it truly is what it ends up being. I wasn't someone who didn't know what to do in a gym. For many years, I was an aerobics instructor. I was even a personal trainer. I understood strength training and cardio, nutrition and progression. I understood all of it. Believe me, I knew things so much that my brain used to go over them, and I didn't even realize my brain was going over them. So it wasn't a knowledge problem. I knew what I was supposed to do, but it was walking through the doors. You know, it's weird, kind of, right? Sometimes I think we convince ourselves that if we just knew a little more, we'd finally get started. So, you know, you do the researching and the researching and the researching and the researching, but you never actually get into action. So, like me, sometimes we already know exactly what to do, but we actually talk ourselves out of doing it. I literally was telling myself, you know what, you're too out of shape. Cheryl, you're too old. And then the famous, I'll start next week, or Monday, I'll start Monday. And I'm too busy. Oh, I just don't feel good. I'm tired. I'm sure it's not just me, so if that sounds familiar, you are not alone. And then looking back, I don't think I made one decision to stop taking care of myself. I think my life just slowly took over. I left my last relationship in May 2016, and my mom needed me, and I didn't feel quite appreciated in that relationship, and I didn't understand what it was at the time. I just knew that it wasn't a good fit for me, and it didn't feel good to me after a while. So my mom needed me, and then of course the pandemic happened, right? And of course our family needs us, and then there was the grief. And dealing with menopause and the stress of all of those things on top of the jobs. I was always working 2 and 3 jobs, and I guess sometimes you can just call it life. It's simple, it's your life. But before I knew it, years had gone by, and I kept saying the same thing, you know, when things settle down, and well, you know what? They never really do. Then something happened one day. I was talking with my son about things, and he said to me, Mom, if you don't do what you know you should be doing, you're going to start getting sick, and then you're going to start getting sicker. He wasn't trying to hurt my feelings. I mean, I knew it. He loved me enough to tell me the truth, and I guess on some level, I needed to hear it. So around that time, I decided to buy a Hume health band. Now I know. There are people who roll their eyes at fitness trackers, and you know, to your own, we each have our own thing, and it's okay. But because I was always so unsure of where my health was, and my father had his first heart attack at 48, and he had a quadruple bypass. So he was not the healthiest man. And then he had a triple bypass close to 20 years later. No, I think it was 12. He had one at 48. Yeah, he had another one at 60. And he died at 79. So he outlived that second one by 7 years. But because of that, you know, it convinced me that I was not healthy enough to go to the gym. And I find that such an oxymoron, you know. You're unhealthy, the doctors put you on a medication and then tell you can't eat salad. How much salad do you actually have to eat to interfere with the medication? I don't know, but I don't think most people eat enough salad to interfere with a medication, you know. But the fitness tracker, it took away some of my fears. I had convinced myself that I walked into that gym, maybe something terrible was gonna happen. What if I had a heart attack? And what if I'm not as healthy as I think? What if all those years of training and aqua fitness training and aerobics instructing and personal training and my own hiking and running, what if it didn't actually give me the foundation I needed? And I was feeling crappy sometimes, really crappy. It was not good. But after wearing this band for a few weeks and seeing the numbers, I was blown away. I mean, it tracks my recovery, my resting heart rate, my body composition. Now that I got the pod as well, it's like a scale, right? So the scale, you stand on it, you hold the handles, and it reads everything from your hydration to your sleep patterns, and if you have actual healing sleep. So I realized something looking at all these numbers is that I wasn't as fragile as I was telling myself. It actually gave me confidence, and I rolled my eyes too, believe me. I thought, oh my God, here goes another band. Oh my God, sorry, I'm so lazy today. I think it's this rain. But it gave me the confidence. Not, of course, it's not magic, but it gave me information instead of fear. And I think for me, that was an important lesson. If something helps you become healthier, who cares if someone else rolls their eyes at it, right? It's my journey. It's your journey. It's not theirs. So I went back. I went back to the gym, and honestly, I forgot how much I loved it. Do I leave sore? You know what? Some days I am sore and my abs hurt. Some days my shoulders hurt. My legs remind me every time I sit down, my God. But I also leave feeling proud, right? Because I'm doing something for myself that I actually never thought I'd be able to do. Every single time I feel proud of myself for giving myself that hour, 45 minutes, whatever it's going to be, or whatever it was that day. And it's not perfect workouts, you know, it's because I showed up for myself. I feel like I didn't show up for myself for so long that I didn't even know what that meant anymore. Like, I was just so caught up in everything. So some days, you know, I add extra cardio, like the other day. I even tried a short 15-minute interval. They call it HIIT, high intensity interval training on the treadmill. But you know, it wasn't, oh my God, you're sweating and you're holding on the handle and you can't catch your breath. It wasn't anything like that. It was just, I'm trying to be better. And these little spurts are, my body at some point is going to go, oh, hey, we remember this. So, I mean, I don't do anything crazy, but I'm trying to strengthen my body, my mind, and my spirit, and my motivation, and my dedication. And this feeling of health and wellness that I've had since I've been going it's amazing. But that's the goal, right? There's no perfection. It's just consistency. I mean, I didn't go to the gym yesterday. I'm not going today because I feel like I slept weird and my shoulder blade is really impeding my ability to take like these good deep breaths. And so there's a difference. I'm not interested in spending 2 hours or 3 hours on a treadmill, not even an hour. Like 15 minutes is tops. Maybe I'll get up to 20, but I do 2 different cardio machines. I'll do the elliptical to warm up 15 minutes, and believe me, I leave it on 0 or 1. I don't go higher than that. There's no perfect. There's what is perfect for you and what suits you at that moment in time and whatever level of fitness you're at. So it's not perfection, it's consistency. I'm gonna be 60 in like 2 months. And I've been thinking about that a lot, believe me. My mom, she's been gone for 4 years now, and for so many years taking care of her became such a big part of my identity. And after she was gone, I think I forgot how to come back and take care of me. I just kept sitting and waiting, like for what? I don't know. Putting myself last, showing up for everybody else. Didn't matter if it was you needed a ride, or your car broke down, or you needed a few bucks, or you needed me to watch my grandchild, you need me to go pick her up, like whatever. I was there. But then I found myself thinking, like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I just doing for everyone else? What about me? And I don't mean that in a pretentious kind of way, but it was more of a, holy crap, like I really forgot about me. Yes, okay, I love on my people and I'm helpful to my people and all that stuff, but at some point I have to take all that love and care and attention and put it to me, right? Because nobody else is going to take care of my health for me. Nobody else can build my strength, and nobody else can protect me. Like, I'm getting older and I'm grateful every day that I wake up, and I say thank you to Creator every night when I go to bed and every morning when I wake up. But nobody else can build the strength in my body, and nobody else can protect my future and my ability to be there for my grandchildren and my children. That's my responsibility. That's your responsibility. And there's no guilt in that. But I also realized something else, you know. I could spend all my time chasing relationships and shopping, but believe me, I've tried dating apps and wow. Ugh, they're exhausting. So instead, I decided to build a life I genuinely enjoy, and I'm starting a new job in a couple of weeks, and I'm growing this podcast. And I hope at this point you thought like, holy crap, I like this chick. Let me subscribe and let me at least put a like, put a kind comment. I really, really appreciate that so much. And you know what? I'm taking care of myself. I'm back at the gym 3, sometimes 4 days a week. I don't go crazy about it, and neither should anyone unless you're training for a competition. You know, it's about our health. It's about maybe we need to lose a few pounds. I certainly do, and that's okay. But I'm not looking for anything other than space for myself and time for myself. And you know what? If some amazing man comes into my life one day, well, that's a bonus. And if I meet him at the gym and that's where we keep going to as our whatever, our place to chill and hang out and take care of ourselves and each other, then that's like a huge bonus. But I'm not waiting for someone else before I start living my life again. And you know, it's not about losing the weight. It's about respecting my body. When I think of how much this body has carried me through every season, every moment, sleeping and waking moment of my life, I need to create the healthiest future I can for myself. I'm not afraid of getting older, believe me, but I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy my health. I want to go to Italy in the next year, possibly a year and a half, but I really want to do that. And I want to spend, you know, the next 20 years wishing or thanking myself that I started this year. I don't want to spend my time ever grieving about I should have done this and I should have taken care of my body because now I'm sick. I want to spend my next 20 years, and if I get 25, wow, lucky me, I'm so grateful for that. But I will be very grateful that I did start taking care of myself. So if you've been waiting until Monday, until your kids are older or your work slows down, till you have more energy, or you need to maybe make today the day that you stop waiting. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do a little bit of something, you know? One walk, one workout, one healthy meal, one no thank you to a donut or only eat half the donut, because I love donuts. One kind thought toward yourself. And again, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and put a like and a kind comment, because it really helps this channel, and I'd love to grow it to help others. Share it. Share these podcasts. So if you can find that one kind thought toward yourself, because it's these little choices, that's what creates your life. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for spending this few minutes with me, and this has been a place to pause, and my hope is that these conversations help you slow down and reflect. Maybe create a more peaceful and purposeful life, full of possibility. Until next time, this is Goanna Garde, Shirley. Remember though, your future isn't built by one perfect day. It's built by showing up for yourself on the ordinary day. One workout, one thought, one I'm gonna do it today, day at a time. Ganarunkwa, all my love.